What's going on, guys? It's Konstantin here, back with another video, and today we're installing cabinet handles. I'm gonna show you how to drill the holes, how to measure everything properly, the most efficient way and also the most accurate way. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. All right, here I am on the job side, showing you guys what to start with. This is my drilling jig. I bought it off of Amazon. Very inexpensive, very easy to use tool. Not sure how expensive it is, but let me Google it for you. All right, this is it. Okay, this is my center point right there. I just show you guys this IN means the 0. This is IN inches, obviously, imperial system. And in between the 1 and the other one, we have the 0. I'm putting on my attachments, these blue guys. This is my center hole. It has to be aligned with the hole on the central piece, and this will be all aligned. Not this way, not this way. This won't be the correct way, but the other way. Here's what I'm doing next. I need to know the size, the distance between the holes. Obviously we have, different size of handles. We have 5-inch, 6 1/4, 3 3/4, whatever it is, in millimeters. 128 is the most popular size, the space between, the distance between the holes. So this is 5-inch as far as I remember. And in between the holes, we have 5 inches here. I'm putting on the handle right next to it just so, I can make sure that the holes are right where I want them to be. A little bit of an adjustment, and I'm pretty happy with this. Moving on, we're installing the last piece, which is my stopper. So this is gonna help me set up the holes on the right distance away from the edge, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna be showing you how to drill the holes on the drawer fronts first, and this is what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna need to center it the way so it's easy and I don't need any tape measure. This is where my handle's gonna go, 5 inches in between the holes, and I'm setting up my jig right in the middle height-wise. I know it is 6 1/4, and I just measured it. It's 6 1/4, so this will be 3 and something, 3 1/8. And this way, the length-wise, I'm kind of eyeballing. I know it's about 1/4 of an inch off of each side, and I don't need any tape measure. If you want to use the tape measure, you can double check if you're not good at eyeballing, but I'm pretty good at it. I've done so many kitchens in my life, so many installations, so I'm pretty happy with this. This is the most efficient way. You put it on and moving on. This is a nice drill bit set from DeWalt, I bought it from Home Depot. And this is 1/4 inch drill bit. Yeah, I believe so. 1/4 inch is what it is. Put it on, quick release. No need to use any drills. My regular impact driver, so I'm ready to go. I centered it, and I'm lightly making my guide points. I'm not drilling all the way through because I don't want to damage the jig. This is all I need, very lightly, just so I know where it is. And now I'm drilling all the way through. There you go, and one more. As I get a little closer to the end, I kind of slow down because I don't want to push too hard, so there's no meat coming out of the other side. Okay, moving on, next one, same thing, eyeballing guides, my guide holes, pilot holes, if you want to call it this way, but it's not an actual hole, so just my guide, just a little point, just so I know where to drill through all the way. Okay, and now I wanted to do a test. I wanted to make sure that the handle fits, and it does fit, but just to make sure, we're gonna put the screws through the holes, and I'll make sure that it does work before I drill all of them. This is an older kitchen, so obviously, the drawer boxes don't look as good as brand new, but the face is looking pretty good because we just refinished this kitchen. It was a match to the espresso cabinets on the opposite side of the living room. Turned out awesome with the new backsplash, new countertops. There you go. It fits. Everything's looking awesome. Everything's looking good. Next one, doing the same thing, centering the jig side to side, 1/4 inch, boom, done. My pilot hole or a guide hole, and moving on. And also guys, I'm doing this in real life. So this is a video of me installing the handles, drilling everything, so you can see how long it takes. So there's no cuts, and I'm gonna be talking here, you know, I'm gonna be on the voiceover the entire time. So enjoy. This is my real life video, so there's no cuts, so you can see how long it takes to drill all of them to get it ready for the installation. So let's see here. Oh, the piece of tape, extremely useful tip. This piece of tape here will save you from disasters, and it happened to me before. So as you probably figured, it's to prevent the holes where we don't need them, to prevent the mistakes. So if you see the hole, you're gonna drill. If you don't see a hole, you're not gonna drill. If it's taped off, then you won't do it. I always tape the middle hole, the center hole, just to make sure I don't make any mistakes. That is a rule for all of my guys, all of my employees, for my team. Always tape, always eliminate the risk rather than lowering the risk. We always have some sort of a rush on the job site. We want to be as efficient as possible, so we want to eliminate the risk. Not lower the risk, but eliminate it. Alrighty, just drill a few more, drilling all the way. And I like using my impactor. I don't like using drills because they're very bulky, very heavy. And yeah, there you go. I'm on the last one. I believe I'm on the last smaller drawer, doing the same thing. Quickly eyeball it, and away we go. Drill in the holes. I'm gonna vacuum everything after. I want to be very efficient. I'm gonna vacuum both on the inside of the drawer and on the outside as well. So I'm just drilling, I'm just going. We have all the floor protection on the floor still. It's still there because, you know, we don't want to have mess on the finished floors, on brand new tile floors, and we don't want to clean a bunch of times, so the floor protection is still there. What's next? We're moving to the bigger drawer faces. Now we're going to install 2 handles on both sides, and we're going to need to kind of align the holes with the upper, with the smaller drawer faces. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer it. I'm going to transfer the holes, and then I'm going to sand them. So this is the height wise. I measured the height. I know exactly where it's going to be. And now I'm going to position my stopper, my block, stopper, whatever you want to call it, at the height in the middle that I'm trying to do here. It's 12, almost 12 inches, 11/7/8. Divide by 2, it is 5 13/16 or 15/16. Yeah, 15/16. So 6 minus, as I call it. So 5 and 15/16, it's almost 6 inches, but it's not quite there yet. But instead of going 5, 6, I just go 6 minus. It's a very easy way to, to say it, of saying it. So there you go. I'm at the point. I'm centering again. This is my center. I eyeball it. I know exactly where my holes are going. I know the center point, and there you go. Push, hold, and the guides. 1 hole, 2 holes. There you go. Doing the second one. So as you guys noticed from my other videos, which I have a bunch now, I always try to be more efficient and always try to stay lean, trying to eliminate waste. What does that mean? We want to batch process everything that can be batch processed. So compress the time and do the repetitive tasks at the same time. So right now I'm trying to do all of the guides at the same time. So now I'm going to the lower drawer box and I'm transferring my marks from here, from the top drawer to the very bottom one. So I just measured it's about 1 inch or so off the edge of the side of the drawer face. There you go. I'm happy with it. And I want to check the size of the face. It's the same thing. That means I don't need to move my block, my stopper on the jig. There you go. For 2 guides. Now I have 6 altogether, and I'm gonna do 1 more, and then I'm gonna drill all of the holes. So I'm batch processing as much as possible, so I save time. Saving time is crucial in any production. There you go, 1 more, and I'm pretty much done with these bad boys, with the big ones. So before I moved from this spot, I'm drilling all the holes. Even though I just said, batch process is the key here, I still want to be efficient. So how much energy am I going to waste standing up and doing all these sit-ups, going back and forth? A lot, right? The legs, there's a lot of muscles, there's a lot of energy that goes into, doing the sit-ups all the time. So without moving around, I would rather drill the holes first on that segment and then move along. So I have the next drawer here. It's slightly smaller. No, sorry, it's the same thing. I'm just moving on and drilling holes on the next bigger drawer, doing pretty much the same thing as I did over there. Obviously, you're gonna have different situations on your job sites. You're gonna have different setups where you don't need to drill as many holes. 4 holes per drawer face. Sometimes you drill holes for knobs. You can use the same jig, but it would just be 1 hole in the center. All right, we're moving on. We're pretty much there. We're pretty much done with the big guys. And what I'm doing here is I'm drilling my holes as I did on the previous part, on the previous segment. I made all of my guides and now I'm drilling through. So much effort that goes into it. All right, now we're moving on to the next 2. And we have slightly different situation. As I mentioned before, we have knobs here. So this is going to be slightly different. For the knobs, we're going to remove the sides, those blue attachments that I have on, or I'm going to leave them on. I don't care. I don't need to remove them. I'm just going to remove that piece of tape from my center hole so I can use that to drill the hole right in the center. So this is what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm doing my stopper. I'm moving my stopper to the 3 1/8, I believe it is. And there you go. I'm removing the sides because I don't need them. There you go. Height-wise, it is centered. And now I'm using my ruler here. I go 5 and a little, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/8, somewhere in between. There you go. Very efficient way. I don't need to center it. I don't need to measure with the tape measure. I don't need to like go crazy about it and waste a bunch of time. This is the ruler. It's already on it. It's already on the jig. Centered both ways, height-wise, lengthwise. It's there. Perfect. This is my guide. This is my hole. Drilling it, killing it, and I'm almost done. I believe I have one more drawer on this job, and I'm gonna do it right now, and I'm pretty much done. Yeah, one more small guy right here. I love these drawers, by the way. These drawers are the best. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes we have them, so we gotta work with them. Imagine painting all this stuff. Like, it's such a small piece, but still needs to be painted with profile. Needs to be sanded properly. But anyhow, I'm drilling the handles now, working away and putting on the knobs. Those T-shape knobs. Some people like them, some people don't. The T-bar is what we call them. T-bar handle, fancy stuff. There you go, handle is drilled. Alright guys, this is how I drill the holes for my handles. Speeding up my process using this jig, fancy jig. Please enjoy the tip. I hope it's gonna save a ton of time for you as well. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you really like the video. Hit the dislike the video if you're hungry and kind of like angry. But anyhow, wishing you guys all the best as always. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.